Hey, so this is a series that I am doing about your personal vision 2022. And it's about the next 5 years and what it is you do to ensure that when you hit 2022, it doesn't matter whether you're 25 right now and you'll be 30, you're 30, you'll be 35, you're 35, you'll be 40. You've got certain things in place to make sure that you're not another election year and they've taken my car or I've lost my home.
Yeah.
And if you watch the last video, Waceke and I, Waceke from Centonomy, we're talking about our 20s. And, you know, if you want to add anything to that, please do. But we want to talk about our 30s and 30 to 35. And Waceke said, you wake up in those 5 years.
Yeah. This is the period where you've got to be a lot more intentional. You're done with the 20s, you've partied, but I think first of all, there are probably a couple of obligations creeping up.
Yes.
Maybe you've started a family, you've gotten married, or maybe you're now sensing your family, your parents are starting to put some pressure on you and expecting something, something.
To see something
to
solid.
To see something.
What are you
even
doing
if
with
it's a
your
10K
life?
per month. What are you doing? Yeah?
Yes.
But it's also the period where, let me first talk about the trap that will happen. It's also the period where you're starting to earn a bit more money. A lot of people take the leap. Your career, now you've already done your 5-6 years, so you can easily move from 100 to 200,000 in your next job. But what also happens is the social pressure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because you're in your 30s, you're supposed to look more serious. Our society deems looking serious as having a bigger car. How can you be serious in that apartment, move to a bigger house?
Yes.
Hey, the way you dress, let's see something different. And then you start thinking that how successful you will be is based on what other people see. So you start buying the things for other people to see, which is a never-ending story. Yeah?
The peer pressure in your 20s is nothing.
Yeah.
In fact, a lot of people in their 20s might look at other people and say, hey,
yes,
ameendelea or ameangukia, but at 30 to 35, stupid happens.
Yeah.
Stupid happens. You look through Instagram and see how many people between the age of 30 to 35 are busy putting up pictures of themselves on airlines.
Yeah.
By the way, you don't find 20-somethings doing it, and sure enough, you don't find 40-anythings doing it. You don't. If you got a 40-something doing it, you got to question what's wrong with that person. But the pressure to live a life that is
fake.
Yes, but also that is okay for others.
Yes.
Is ridiculous. Also, the pressure to marry the wrong person.
Yes.
Because apparently, guys want a wedding. The marriage is not such a big deal. No. But the wedding, very important.
And how the wedding has to appear. It's not just a wedding.
And then where you live, where your children go to school, that's another trap.
Yes.
That's another trap. I mean, I don't know. We always say a very important conversation for two people to have before they have children is just talk about those things.
Yeah.
Where do you see our children going to school? Because if you're going to start that thing of our children are in and where do your children go to school? Oh, could you not find a place in Kenton? Where? Please remember, watu wa Kenton, wako na zao.
Yes.
It's not your life. It's not your life. But 30 to 35, you will have that pressure. But also 30 to 35, you will be making more money.
You will be making more money. And I think by the time you're 35, you'll also realize who went right, who went left.
Wrong.
Oh, yeah. So who got caught up in living the life and who decided, I am going to make the move.
Yes.
Because honestly, even if you have young kids, trust me, diapers are nothing compared to high school fees. You think diapers are expensive? You can make the move when you have kids in diapers. When they're in high school, it's a different thing. So it's time to. I think you have to be a lot more intentional in your 30s.
Yes. Actually, something else I realized about the 30s is that you also have to be very clear about what matters, and no is a complete sentence. Because a lot of us go through that space of 30 to 35 and it goes by very fast.
Yeah.
But not only are you in the wrong spaces, making the wrong decisions with the wrong people, but you're also trying to please.
Yes.
And I've always said I walked through my 30s with 2 submachine guns and 5 grenades. You got into my way, I shot you down. Because I understood without a doubt by watching those who were ahead of me that you can get it. And by the way, the mistakes you'll make between 30 and 35 can cripple you. I'm sorry to say this because people don't say it. It can decimate you. And I always have a line where I say elevation requires separation.
Yeah.
You will also lose a few people along the way.
Yeah. You'll also need to lose a few habits along the way. This is where you have to critically look at your spending. People don't like to hear this, but this is the time for planning and planning and planning.
Yes.
If you're not living on a plan, you're going to fail.
Actually, I want to interject there. You know the way 20-year-olds always like, oh, my goals are, my dreams are. I'm like, Let's just go back to what we said about your 20s. Experiences, experiences. Goals, 30 to 35. If you don't have goals and you're not working towards them,
there's going to be a problem.
You're going to be time-lapped.
Yeah.
You're going to be time-lapped.
And the goals have to include, you've probably started seeing, you start realizing that also income is not forever. So that's why you have to plan more. Things like emergency fund planning have to be there.
Yes.
Investment is no longer just buying any plot of land anywhere and any shares, whether they have to be going, am I accumulating funds to buy a house in the future? What am I doing with this? Yeah.
Oh, house. Yes. Buy it in your early 30s.
Yeah. If you can, buy it
buy it in your early 30s.
And remember, it's not about the posh neighborhood today.
Woy.
Yeah, because that's a mistake people make. The house has to be in Karen, Lavington, Kileleshwa,
Rhonda.
Look for the areas, since we're talking about a 5-year plan, that in 5 years you can see the trajectory of where the economy is going. There's going to be population and infrastructure there.
Yes.
That's where you buy. That's where you start.
That's where you start. Yeah. So 30 to 35 is you are woke. You know the way you guys are like, stay woke. This is it. The next 5 years, your vision 2022, if you're 30, you're going to be 35. If you're not woke by then, we'll talk about what happens between 35 and 40. But I must say, I loved my 30s. I took my big risks, my big decisions. I arrived at 40 like a gangster. I was like, and I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere.
And if I can just add, the people who are thinking or hope to start a business, this is the period.
Oh, this is it.
This is it. This is when you start experimenting with it. It's first a side hustle, then it becomes something, but this is the phase it happens in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So subscribe and come back because we're going to talk about Vision 2022, 35 to 40.